Meditation is not concentration, meditation is not contemplation, meditation is not about calling for gods. You have only two sources of suffering in your life, your body and your mind. This is accumulation of food, this is accumulation of impressions. What you accumulate, you must be able to keep it aside at some point. Will you keep your body aside only with death, or will you do it consciously is the only question. If you do it consciously, you transcend everything that binds you right now. So we created various types of tools. Right now, one tool that is being massively distributed around the world is Isha Kriya, Shambhavi Mahamudra, Shunya meditations, Samyama, like this. But all these need preparation. All these need some amount of understanding, some amount of involvement. So we created another kind of tool for the larger masses who have no preparation, who don't have the necessary inclination to even prepare. That is the Dhyana Linga. We are sitting right here in front of Dhyana Linga. When I refer to Dhyana Linga as a tool, there are many devotees who get very hurt and they say, Sadhguru, don't call Dhyana Linga a tool. It's more than our life, it has transformed our life, it's the basis of our life. These kind of things are here. But it is a tool. A tool may look like a very mundane description, but we need to understand as human beings, we are who we are on this planet only because of our ability to use tools. You're not even a competition for a dog on the street, please know this, if not for your ability to use tools. You're not a competition for almost any creature on this planet. It is just our ability to use tools which has allowed us to do things that no other creature can do on this planet. So this is the power of a tool. So we created a tool, this is called Dhyana Linga. That means it's a tool to make you meditative. There are 7 dimensions to it, or it covers all the 114 possibilities, and it is catering to everybody without a single word spoken. No instruction, no explanation, no understanding needed. All you have to do is sit in its presence, and its presence is not local in terms of just sitting in the temple, because it's non-physical in its essence. So Dhyana Linga is an energy form catering to every person according to his or her needs, to make them or to push them towards becoming meditative. Thousands upon thousands of people have experienced this. They come here thinking they will sit for 5–10 minutes, they close their eyes and they're gone for hours. This is simply because this is a tool for meditativeness. The pride of Tamil Nadu, the pride of this Dravidian culture, and the core and the center of Tamil philosophy, Tamil literature, Tamil music, Tamil dance, Tamil everything, the very core of everything is the temple. But now temples have been decimated into very lifeless places. Thousands of them are falling apart. Apart from that, those who are reasonably well, their liveliness is gone, they are being run by government diktat, not by the cultural strength and the traditional sciences which were involved in building these temples. My vote is only for those who will once again revive this Dravidian pride by liberating these temples from the government clutches, once again back into the hands of Tamil devotees. The core of Dravidian culture, the soul of Tamil people must come back into their hands so that once again it can be a vibrant, transformative process for the people here. My vote is for them. I beseech every one of you, every citizen in Tamil Nadu, that you must stand up for this. Without devotion, without the heart of the devotee, there is no temple. Temples have become monuments managed by archaeological agencies, This is not the way to maintain the temple. Temples have to be alive. For this, the heart of the devotee is very important. And on this day, over 3 crore Tamils have spoken. I beseech the political parties to take this commitment, and I beseech all the citizens, responsible citizens of Tamil Nadu to take this stance that Tamil temple should be liberated to once again grow back to their original glory.
The sadhana is essentially towards using your emotional intelligence. When we say emotional intelligence, today it's being identified in the world. For a long time, we thought intelligence means just IQ. See, this is not a… IQ means I stand in the queue. That means always behind somebody. This is the nature of the intellect. Intellect is always trying to imitate and be one-up. Wanting to be better than somebody is also an imitation of somebody, isn't it? Essentially, we are trying to do a little better than the monkeys. That's evolution. Yes. The nature of the intellect is, right now the way it is for most human beings, it is a useless instrument unless there is a bank of information. There is no information. Most people do not know how to use their intellect. Only with information they can use their intellect. This is not the nature of emotional intelligence. It doesn't need any information. It can just embrace everything and know it. It can feel its way through life. It need not stand in a queue. It need not stand behind somebody. It need not try to be better than somebody. It's simply a way of being involved with life, knowing life by involvement, not by dissection. This is the difference between intellect and emotion. Intellect tries to know everything by cutting it open, by dissection. Emotion knows things by embrace, by inclusion. So the sadhana is essentially to heighten your emotional intelligence, because it's so much of an easier way of doing things. If you want to dissect the ultimate, if you want to dissect the divine, that's not a good thing and you won't get anywhere with it. The best way is to embrace. When you embrace somebody, you're also allowing yourself to be embraced. Otherwise it'll not happen. Only I will embrace you. You cannot embrace me. It doesn't work like that. When I embrace, I am also embraced. So this is a way of embracing the divine rather than dissecting the divine. So the sadhana is essentially about this. Devotion means just that. Devotion is not about dissecting the divine, it's about dancing with the divine, becoming one with it. Essentially, to heighten your emotional intelligence so that your ability to live well is not dependent upon being better than somebody. Your ability to live well is by your own innate nature, not because you're better than somebody. You don't have to prove that you're better than somebody. You don't even have to try to be better than somebody. This is emotional intelligence. There is no hierarchy in this. Once intellect enters this, if you say love, who loves most? There is no such thing. Do I love Dhyanalinga more or you love Dhyanalinga more? Do I love this turtle more or you love this turtle more? Do I love this monkey more or you love this monkey more? Nobody can decide this. Never ever can anybody wait and say, okay, this person loves more than the other person. There is no such thing. Quantities do not apply to emotional intelligence. When quantities do not apply, the high and low disappear, big and small disappear. Life becomes as it is. Is ant a more important life than you, or you a more important life than the ant? If you think you are more important, you have a gross mind. You do not understand that ant considers its life as important as you consider your life, probably more. He's got more limbs than you, probably doing more useful things, he's more organized than you, we don't know what else. Probably their population is more. If you give them the voting rights, they would win, hands down. So, intellect is always trying to set one thing against the other. It is your intellect which has created conflict. It is your emotion which can bring this together. But if emotion follows intellect, emotion will become a deadly conflict. If your intellect follows the emotion, then there would be no conflict, there would be sweetness in the world, there would be wonderful situations in the world. So the sadhana is essentially oriented towards that. It's a simple structure, but if you give yourself, it does miraculous things to you.
A
lot of people cannot understand that something so simple can do something like this to a human being, because they dissect it and see. If I dissect you and see, let us say you are a great singer. Wow, you sing so well, let me see what is in your vocal cords. And I will dissect your vocal cords and look in, I will not find any music, because that is not the way life works. So dissection will take you to a place where everything will become meaningless. If you apply your intellect to every aspect of your life, you will turn everything into meaningless rubbish. This is what is happening in the life of an intellectual, that everything looks meaningless and rubbish. But if you apply our emotion, everything becomes valuable and beautiful. Every little thing becomes… a blade of grass becomes poetry. Simply a wave of the branch becomes a song. But if you apply your intellect, everything can be reduced to rubbish. Everything becomes no good. If you apply your emotion, everything becomes great.